Hello everyone, my name is Yashvi Jain from class 10th and the topic today which I will represent is importance of pH. Before knowing what is importance of pH, it is necessary to know actually what pH is, what pH scale is. So I am starting with some general points. pH. The meaning of pH is given in the word itself, pH. P means power, potence, H hydrogen ion concentration. P potence, H hydrogen ion concentration. And once if we will combine these both words, then power of hydrogen ion concentration. So I think so you are clear with the word pH, power of hydrogen ion concentration. Now the question arises, what the pH scale is? We very well know what the scale is. A scale is something which helps us to measure something. So that's what pH scale is. pH, power of hydrogen ion concentration. So pH scale is a scale which helps us to measure the hydrogen ion concentration present in a solution, or simply we can say pH scale is a scale which helps us to measure the pH value of any solution. So once if we are clear with pH and pH scale, so we can move on with the importance of pH. But before that, it's important to know the scale, how the scale varies. The scale denotes the number from 0 to 14. So the scale looks like this and it has colors on it. Means every pH, every different pH shows different color. So for example, if 0 to less than 7, if the substance is showing the pH of 0 to less than 7, then the substance is acidic. And if the substance is showing the pH of more than 7 or 14, then the substance is basic. And if the substance is showing the pH of 7, it means it is neutral, which is neither basic nor acidic. And by graph, if we will show the pH value or the pH scale, so the concentration of hydrogen ion increases from right to left. It means the scale, if we will show the graph, then the graph will go like this. If here it is 14 and here it is 0, then the hydrogen ion concentration will be more at 0. From 14 to 0, it would be decrease, 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 then it would be increase. So if I would ask you, there is two substances, A and B. A shows the pH of 2 and B shows the pH of 5. Then think which one would be more acidic. As I have already told you that it increases from right to left. Then first 5 will come, then 2. If we will go in increasing order, then the 2 would be more acidic than 5. And if I would ask you about basic, if there is substance C and D, and C is 10 and D is 11. So which one would be more basic? What is base? We very well know that any substance that produces hydroxide ion in a solution. But we can also define it as like base. A base is a thing which had least number of hydrogen ion concentration. So if it is increasing, then 11 and here 10. If it is increasing, 11 is coming before, then 10 is coming afterwards, from right to left. So the 10 would be less basic and 11 would be more basic. Yes, now you know actually what is pH and what is pH scale. But why are we using pH? If we want to identify acid or base, we can also use indicator. But the main reason for using pH scale is, if you will use any indicator like litmus, turmeric, clove, anything, it will show you that the substance is acidic or basic. But can any of this indicator can show you whether the substance strength, is it strong, is it weak, is it mild? No. So that's why we use pH scale, because pH scale help us to know the strength of any substance, whether the substance is strong, whether the substance is weak, or whether the substance is mild. So this is the thing for which the pH scale is used. One more thing to note that this scale was devised by Sorensen in 1909. This is the thing to note that. Now moving to the next topic, importance of pH. There are many importance of pH. Let me write it here. Once I will read it aloud. pH of digestive system, pH of acid rain, pH of soil, tooth decay and pH, self-defense by animals, nature provides us neutralization option. So the first one is pH of digestive system. I think so you might have listened this word acidity, or I think so you might have experienced acidity. So actually what is acidity? What is cause of acidity? If we would simply go the meaning of acidity, then acidity is level of an acid. But what cause increase of acidity in our stomach? You very well know, I think so you are familiar with this. Our stomach produces HCl, which is a strong acid, hydrochloric acid, HCl. So our stomach produces HCl. The secretion of HCl depends on the food we have consumed. And what is the role of HCl in this is, it digests the food which you have consumed. For example, if you have consumed little amount of food, the secretion would be little. If you have consumed little food, then the secretion would be little. But if you have consumed more amount of food, then the secretion would be more. And as I have already told you, that it is a strong acid. So once if it is produced more, then what will it? It will harm your body. It can cause pains, irritation, burning sensation. So what people usually used to do is, because if the acid is more, then we want to neutralize it. And for neutralizing, we want to put base in it. So people used to take antacid, and in form of antacid they used to take milk of magnesia, MgOH, voltwise, and baking soda, NaHCO3. These are type of antacids which help us to neutralize the acid present in our body. And secondly, pH of acid. pH of acid. Before knowing the pH of acid, it's necessary to know what is acid. If I will tell you in the short, think there is presence of acid in atmosphere, but sometimes due to more pollution, the increasation of acid or the acidity increased in atmosphere. So think these are clouds. My handwriting is little better than doctor, but still it's worse, so don't mind that. And this is atmosphere. So what happened if there would be rainfall? So here is increased amount of acid present in an atmosphere. So this rainfall will mix with atmosphere, and once it will come to the ground, once it will fall on us, then it would be known as acid rain, or simply we can say a rainfall which has pH of less than 5.6, then it is called acid rain. So there are many disadvantages of acid rain. Just like the survival of aquatic organism become difficult. Why it become difficult? Because just think that once this acid rain has fall on ground, then it will be drained into the rivers, and once it would drain in river, it will pollute the river water, and the organism which are living in this, their life would be become difficult. And other thing are this acid is harmful. So acid can cause corrosion of metal structures like roads, railways, bridges, etc. And there are many disadvantages. So remember one thing, if the acid rain cause when the rainfall pH is less than 5.6. And moving to the next. pH of soil. How pH is relatable to soil? Actually, soil pH is all about 6 to 7. But sometimes what happens, the soil become too acidic or too basic. So, for growing the plant prefer this type of soil. But think if the soil range is 4, then it would be acidic, or it would be 10, then it would be basic. So, this type of soil is not suitable for plant. So, what farmer usually used to do is, they treat that type of soil in a chemical. Just for example, if the soil is too acidic, then they usually used to put base like quicklime or chalk powder. And if the substance is too basic, then they usually used to put manure, compost. Like this, they used to treat the soil. But how? By how treating the soil will help the plants. The type of soil directly affect the plant growth. For example, if this is 4, the soil range is 4, but the plant prefers 6. So what will happen? This type of soil is not suitable for the plant and it will not grow. Yeah, it would be attacked by any type of disease, or it can even die. So that's why it's necessary to treat the soil so that plant can grow healthy. And one more is tooth decay and pH. If I will say what is tooth decay, you know that datum is sudden, yeah. So tooth decay and pH. Actually, a tooth enamel is made of calcium phosphate, which is the hardest substance present in a human body. So it doesn't corrode. Usually, it doesn't corrode in water, but it corrodes when the pH of our mouth is less than 5.5. Okay, so now we know when the pH is less than 5.5, then it causes tooth decay. But what are the conditions which cause to be 5.5? What happens in our mouth that decreases our pH value to 5.5 or less than 5.5? Actually, once we had eaten the food, that food particles stuck in our mouth. So, in our mouth, there are some bacteria. They degrade the food particles, they degrade the sugar present. So, during the process of degradation, they produce some type of acids, and that acid decreases the pH value. I think so you are able to understand. If there are many food particles in your mouth and bacteria will degrade that, then more and more amount of acid will produce in your mouth and the pH will decrease, and that will cause tooth decay. So that is the reason why dentists advise you to brush twice a day, because if there will be any food particles, then it will cause tooth decay. But what happens after, see, once a acid is produced in your body and you have brushed, but the food particles will gone. But what will happen, the acid which is present in our mouth, what will happen to that acid? Actually, the toothpaste which we use is of basic nature. So just think that acid is much in our mouth. So if we will put some base in it, then it would neutralize. So that's why dentists advise this, and using a toothpaste of basic nature would be really helpful. And the self-defense by bee. Have you ever stung by honeybee? Let me tell you, I have experienced that and it was very irritating and it was, I just can't explain. So, but what is the reason that caused that burning pain? What is the reason that caused irritation? Actually, bee sting is made up of formic acid, methanoic acid. Formic acid, you can also say methanoic acid. So in the bee stings have formic acid or methanoic acid. So what happens when the bee stung us? They inject formic acid or methanoic acid in our body. So once if the pH is decreased, if once they will inject acid, so what will happen? It would cause pain, irritation, burning pain. So what people usually used to do is they apply base. Why they apply base? Just to neutralize the acid present in our body. So in form of acid, in form of base, they usually used to apply baking soda, NaHCO3, as I have told before. As a form of antacid, they also used to take in digestive system. And in bee sting also, they usually used to apply any type of base, for example baking soda. So one more thing, there is one more thing in our book, that is nature provides neutralization option. Actually, what is that part? Let me tell you. In that, it is described about nettle plant and dog plant. Nettle plant is a herbaceous plant, and herbaceous means it is related to herb. It is a type of weed, but still it's related to herb. And nettle plant, I think so, it is known as Bichua ka poda. So what happens? Nettle plant has leaves which has leaf hair structure, means it has hair on it. So what happens if we have touched accidentally the leaf of nettle plant, Bichua ka poda, if you have touched accidentally, then it would inject formic or methanoic acid in it, because the leaf hair of that leaf of the nettle plant is also made of formic acid. That is also made of formic acid. So once if you had touched accidentally, it will cause burning pain and it will cause irritation. Yes, we know that we have to apply base just to neutralize the acid, but there is one more traditional remedy, that is there is nettle plant. Beside that, one plant is grown, that is dog plant, known as Godika poda. So what people usually used to do is they plug the dog plant leaf and they just rub. Why they rub this? Because the nettle plant is of acidic nature, and dog plant is of basic nature. So just to neutralize the acid present in our body, people usually used to scrub or rub this dog plant. So I think so our topic is completed, but still there is one more thing to note is pH of different substance. Human body. Human body normal pH is about 7 to 7.8, and milk has pH of 6.5. Acid rain, if the pH is less than 5.6. 6 and tooth decay less than 5.5. Pure distilled water Pure distilled water is neutral, so the pH is 7. And there are many. As I have written here, I have noted down only few of them. So this is the thing to note. I think so you have understood, and thanks for listening me.